Hi everyone, welcome to Algonquin College's Summer Market. I'm Michelle and I'm the Events Officer for the AC Hub and I work with Student Support Services. It's so great to connect with everyone today at our first ever Summer Market. So the Summer Market is meant to be a day to relax, learn something new, and hear about some of the small businesses in our community. We hope you take the afternoon to enjoy the segments and sit back and relax. So today we are joined by Mary Dairy and Amelia, who's here and will be leading us through this workshop. Mary Dairy is an ice cream shop that's located in Hintonburg, and it's actually just about one block down from me, which is amazing, but also dangerous. So we're super excited to have the Mary Dairy with us today and to walk us through this workshop. So before we get started, I just want to go over a couple of housekeeping items. We ask that you please keep yourself on mute, but we encourage you to turn your camera on for a little bit of face-to-face time. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see a chat tab. Please select this option and you can continue the conversation, ask any questions using this chat, or you can also raise your hand and ask a question live at the end of the event. So to kick off the event, we'd like to ask everyone to open up the chat tab and answer the question, what is your favorite ice cream flavor? So don't send it yet, just type out your answer to the question, and then at the same time I'm going to count down and then we'll all press send together and then we can see each other's answers. So what is your favorite ice cream flavor? Okay, and count down from 3 and then we'll press send. So 3, 2, 1, go. Awesome. Rolo mint chocolate chip Nutella. I've never had that. That sounds amazing though. Very cool. Thank you. So again, please feel free to continue to use this chat. So now before we'd like to invite Amelia to take it over. And I just want to mention that the Mary Dairy has offered to they have provided us with this recipe that they're going to be walking us through today. So it will be added to the Algonquin College Always Connected website. So it's their oatmeal chocolate chip recipe. It'll be up there as of tomorrow, and I'll post the link in the chat so everyone will have that. And now I'm going to pass it over to Amelia to take it away.
Hey guys, so yeah, I'm Amelia. I'm super excited to make oatmeal chocolate chip ice cream sandwiches for you guys. This is one of our classic flavors, one of my personal favorites. It's a pretty straightforward recipe, and we did design it specifically for ice cream sandwiches. So yeah, we hope you guys get a chance to make these at home. Like most baking recipes, the temperature of ingredients is really important. So of course, butter, the star of any good cookie, you want it to be at room temperature. So not melted, but when you push in with your finger, with a bit of force, it should squish. So we'll start with that. And before we even add the sugars, I'm just gonna beat the butter a little bit. Just to make sure it's nice and ready for all the sugar. Okay, we have brown sugar and white sugar. There's no clumps in the brown sugar, so it makes it a bit sweeter. And we're gonna cream it for about 45 minutes. I'm going to push down the butter before I use the bowl. I find with these KitchenAid mixers, you have to scrape down the bowl all the time. But if you have just one of the handheld mixers, those work really well too. Beautiful. So you can see it's transforming from kind of like a butter and sugar separate things to looking like one. Well, it's good, and now I'll start the eggs. I'll use cracked eggs on their own first for shells, just to be safe. And to the eggs, I'm going to add a tablespoon of vanilla. You always want to add vanilla with the fat, like fat carries flavor. So the eggs, butter, and it'll help make this really yummy. And I'm going to add the eggs one at a time. And after you add the eggs, you can just let this heat. You walk away, do some dishes, and really it's free. So it's fully incorporated. Usually after I add the last egg, I always like to scrape it down, and you can always see what's been incorporated and what hasn't. The butter tends to stick to the side. I'll get you a good look at that in a minute. While that's going, we'll start preparing our dry ingredients. Starting with good old oats, same kind you use for oatmeal. And to that, add flour. We're just using an all-purpose flour for this recipe, but not anything, but this would be a really good recipe to make these free. The oats are so much of a substance, but I think you could just swap the all-purpose one for one, and it's just so good. And for flour, it is always better to measure it with a scale. Grams is so much more accurate and way less bonus. But if you don't have a scale, just use some method always as well. And now I'm gonna add some cornstarch.
Amelia? Sorry to interrupt. I think because the mixer's on, it's cutting out your volume, or it's picking up that.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just do it by hand then.
Sorry.
Right?
Thanks.
Well, I read in a book once, a baker should always learn how to do things by hand before doing it with the machines, just so you get a feel for what things are really supposed to feel like. This is actually a good tell, because now I can show you the bowl. See how it almost looks curdled? You see the eggs and the butter, they're not fully incorporated, so our goal is to beat this together so much that it almost looks like frosting. So it'll give you a good arm workout. Yeah, back to measuring flour. Often when people say they have troubles with the recipe, one of the quickest fixes is by weighing their flour, because people tend to over scoop and compress it. So that's a good trick, I think. Okay, so this is getting better. Perfect. See how it doesn't look quite so curdled anymore? Oh, sorry. There we go, quite so curdled. Like a GQ Blizzard. Yes, that is what we want. That means it's fully incorporated and we've kind of taken in as much fat as we can into this dough. So next we're gonna add back to our dry ingredients, cornstarch. And what that does is these gives the cookies a really, really good chew, especially when they're frozen. You don't want to take a bite and have them crumble and be brittle all over. So this just, even when they're frozen, helps to make them nice and soft and chewy. We're gonna add a teaspoon of baking soda. You don't have to sift it, but if you see any clumps, I like to just dump it into my hand and kind of break them down. Because if you've ever had a bite of a cookie with a clump of baking soda, you'll know it does not taste very good. But what the baking soda does is it helps the cookies spread, and it also gives them quite a bit of color as well. So in this case, it's not really used as a leavening. All the leavening comes from beating the butter and sugar together. That creates air pockets. When the butter melts, it seeds up, and that's where you get your rise. And then a teaspoon of salt. Every good recipe needs salt. I'm just gonna whisk these together. Making a mess. I find it does take longer than you think to incorporate dry ingredients. Probably longer than I think a lot of people would do at home. And a good way to test to see how good your whisking technique is by adding some cocoa or something, like do a ginger cookie with a bunch of spices. You could really see just how many flour pockets remain without good incorporation. So now we're gonna add some instant espresso powder and just half a teaspoon. On the recipe, we said this was optional, but I really, really, really recommend it. It kind of takes your cookies from, oh, this is good, to whoa, these are super good. And it's not so much that you take the bite of the cookie and go, oh, that's coffee, but it helps lift up all the other flavors, kind of similar to the way salt does it, but in this case, it helps with the chocolate. So, yeah, it helps the chocolate taste more chocolatey. actually always a good idea to mix in the dry ingredients by hand. That way you tend not to overmix them because that develops gluten. Great for bread, not so great for cookies. So what I'm going to do is just slowly add a bit at a time. And by adding a bit at a time, it actually means you have to mix less at the end. And I know probably not supposed to encourage eating cookie dough because of the eggs and flour, but if you so happen to stick a spoon in this one, this is the best tasting cookie dough. Sometimes you'll think we're going to be like, what? All that can't get incorporated. It will. And that's why we do it in small batches. Just so it doesn't take quite as much work. Now for the last bit. And on this last batch of stirring in the dry ingredients, I'm actually not going to mix it all the way through. You can see here, it still looks like there's quite a bit of flour. And that's okay, because now we're going to add the chocolate chips. And if we incorporated that fully, and then add the chocolate chips and incorporated those fully, we'd almost be over mixing too much. So I'm going to leave it some flour in there still. So we're going to add a cup and a half of chocolate chips. You can do chopped chocolate. That works super well in these recipes. And what I love about chopped chocolate, when you cook with it, instead of chocolate chips are designed to hold their shape, when you chop chocolate, you get these beautiful little cuddles when you crack into a cookie. It's just delicious. And it is a workout. Stirring cookie dough, which means you could burn the calories you're about to eat. Okay. So that's our dough. And it is a pretty sticky dough, but that works for us because often oatmeal cookies especially have a tendency to dome. And we want these ones to be extra flat because we're eating them frozen, of course. You know, you have ice cream flanked by a sandwich on each end. Like it would almost be just too big to eat all at once. So we want flat cookies, and we also want them to stay relatively soft when frozen. So this tacky dough is kind of a good indication of what it will be. Now, ready to scoop. So this is just a half sheet pan. We fit about 12 decently sized cookies on here. I like to use, I think this is a 1 or 1.5 tablespoon sized scoop. It makes a really good sized cookie. But you can even do huge cookies. Sometimes we do like jumbo cookies bakery style. But that is a lot for an ice cream sandwich. I always like to double check just to make sure it's full, just for consistency. For us, consistency is a very big thing when we're making hundreds of cookies at a time. We want them to all be the same, but sometimes when I'm at home, I just take a spoon and kind of blob them on the sheet. And those always turn out well. And if you want really big cookies, you can even just use like a 1/4 cup measure. And that's more the bakery style size. Yeah, on this sheet, we're going to get about 12. So now we have our cookies, and you're like, well, those are ready. Not quite yet. First, we have to make them look pretty. So to do that, we're going to put some chocolate chips on top. And there's 2 reasons why we do it. 1, because it looks so nice. And 2, we want to incorporate a ton of chocolate into these cookies. Enough to warrant being called a chocolate chip oatmeal cookie. But the more chocolate chips we add, the less the cookie will spread. Once again, especially with the oatmeal, when they tend to want to dome, almost like a big scoop of ice cream. So I'm going to take just a small handful of the chips. You can munch on a few, obviously. And stick them on each cookie, 3, 4, however many you want. I have a friend who's a designer. She says odd numbers always look better together. So I'll do 5. Yeah. And it's kind of nice if they're a bit random, I find. So I like that. see in the recipe, we also call for flaky salt to put on top of the cookies. My favorite is Morton. I think that's what I recommended in the recipe as well. Oh, I missed a cookie. Oh, one more reason to put chocolate chips on top. There's no mistaking this for an oatmeal raisin cookie. Like, there's no mistaking it. You know you're getting chocolate. If anyone's ever had trust issues, you get that. So for the salts, I know putting salt on cookies is a really trendy thing right now, and I think with reason, it really does help bring out all the flavors, but especially with 2 cookies and a sweet ice cream, we could really use something to just kind of punch through all that sweetness. So I'm just gonna kiss the top of each cookie. There we go, just a tiny bit of salt, and it'll spread out as the cookie does. And there we go. Those can bake in the oven for, I think we said 11 to 12 minutes. And we already have some baked. You know they're ready to come out when the edges are just done and the centers might look a tiny, tiny bit done. And if you're kind of in the spot between, do I bake them a minute longer, do I pull them out? I say pull them out. Because there's carryover baking from the tray. So they'll continue to cook as they sit there. So yeah, I don't know, I think it's pretty good. And now we have 3 different kinds of ice cream, and we'll show you how to assemble an ice cream sandwich. So I'm gonna pull some cookies out of the freezer. If you try making sandwiches with a fresh cookie, we find just the force of pushing them down has some crumble. So to save the integrity, we freeze them first. And we have chosen 3 Mary Dairy ice creams: salted caramel, crowd pleaser, raspberry cheesecake, Canada Day is coming up and it's red and white, and chocolate. So a really good technique for scooping ice cream is to actually dip it in hot water first, or warm water. So you have a cup full of warm water, and you want to dry it off slightly just by tapping it. Because if water gets in there, then it'll freeze, then you have icy ice cream, which is not desirable. So I'll scoop the chocolate first. Nice scoop. Oh, and putting it in water also rinses it between flavors. And raspberry cheesecake. This one's got a nice sweet cream base with Philadelphia cream cheese, and then we swirl in a homemade raspberry sauce. If you've ever bought some of these at the shop, usually we use our fresh custard mix, and that's a much softer consistency when it's made, so it just makes the most beautiful, beautiful sandwiches. But I personally like all these fun flavors. Great. So now the base of our ice cream sandwich is made. Now we just have to squish them. You want it to fill the edge, kind of like so. And if your ice cream's too hard, simply leave it out of the freezer for a few minutes until it's squishable. And since these cookies are frozen, we can kind of put a lot of force on them. And then if you're making these for a party or something, you can even just stick them in wax paper or a bag, freeze them on a tray, whatever's easiest, and then they'll last quite a while in the freezer. Yeah, I'll hold these up. Like a catwalk of ice cream sandwiches.
Those look amazing.
What do you think?
They look so good.
These are, yeah, super, super popular here. And I think with good reason.
Sorry, Amelia, your video just stopped. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, were there any questions either about ice cream or cookies or how things work here at the Mary Dairy?
Would you be able to tell us a little bit about how you've changed your store operations, just dealing with everything that's going on? I know you have the takeout window.
Yeah, absolutely. At first, of course, it was quite scary. Nobody really knew what was going on, but I think we've all adapted pretty well as a team. We started doing deliveries, so that was something we never did before, and we're doing those all throughout the city, so people could buy on our online store. It really forced us to get our inventory up to date, because before have quite a few drivers, and they'll fill up coolers just full of pre-packed ice cream as the orders are all ready and deliver. And then we do a drive-through pickup. So it's quite cute to see, actually. People pull up in their car, pop their trunk, and somebody runs out with a bag of ice cream and drops it in their trunk. And then, as you mentioned, the takeout window as well. So that's a new addition we have, and we have a little doorbell. So people ring it, and then starting tomorrow, they can get scoops of ice cream, pints, and ice cream sandwiches, of course.
Amazing. And you have an ice cream truck or a couple ice cream trucks, right? Are those operating?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Are those operating?
Yeah, not quite yet. One of them's in the shop. The other one, we're testing it for our soft serve machine. Just tomorrow we might be testing it out, I think. But anyways, they are ready to go when the one is out of the shop, we're gonna park it. So it'll be in maybe Orleans one day, Stittsville the next day. Still figuring out the logistics of that, I think. But we hope to get those up and running. Because of course that's what the business started as, the ice cream truck. So it's really dear to everyone here.
Awesome, thank you. And I think Maddie added your Instagram and website to the chat, so I'm sure all the updates will be on there. And then there is actually a question from Gabrielle saying, do you have dairy-free options?
Yes, we do. We have lots of dairy-free. Up until 2 years ago, our only dairy-free option were popsicles. So essentially just, fruit we would juice ourselves and freeze into molds. But last December, we kind of made it our project to really master vegan ice cream. And that's especially hard because we're also nut-free. So we worked with the coconut base because that's really high fat. Yes, we've got a whole line of vegan coconut ice cream, and some flavors should be updated on our website tomorrow, I think. But the vegan coffee is my favorite. That was the first one we did, and it's got ripples of chocolate in it, and it's quite good. But lots of vegan options.
Thank you. And I was looking at your website, and you have something made with honey, like it's locally sourced honey. Are those the popsicles or?
Yeah, we've done honey and popsicles. We've also done honeycomb ice cream and honey lavender ice cream. So those we get from local beekeepers because obviously local is best. And it works really well in ice cream because the more sugar you add to a product, kind of the softer it is. And it's a way to add sweetness without adding kind of the regular standard sugar. So that's why it works in popsicles as well too, especially when paired with something tart. They just make a perfect balance.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you so much. Are there any other questions from any of the participants online? Just again, I want to mention that this recipe is going to go on the Algonquin College AC Always Connected website. So it will be up there tomorrow along with a recording of this session. We don't have any more questions coming in. So we'll wrap up. Thank you so much, Amelia, and thank you to everyone who tuned in. We do have another workshop starting. Thanks. And we have one more workshop starting at 12:45, so you can check the Algonquin College Always Connected website there for the next one. Thank you, Amelia.
Thanks, guys.